Hi, everyone. I am back with another episode of Down to It. I need a new beginning because I be repeating that all the time. We can keep that into.
That's how I feel. Like, what's up, everybody?
What's up,
welcome
everyone?
back.
They're like, yeah, another girl. We got it. Yes,
They're like,
another.
we heard you 16 episodes ago.
I'm very excited here to have with me friend.
Yes.
Podcaster, creator, journalist, host, a woman of many hats who's
Thank
wearing
you.
a fire
I
hat.
am wearing a hat. It's really cold out here, guys.
Blake Newby.
Thank you,
Thank
sis.
you for being
I'm so
here.
excited to be
Yes.
here. I'm so happy you're on my side. Well, this used to be your side.
Yes.
Then you left us and went to warm weather.
You want to hear something interesting?
What?
When I put together the deck for this podcast, you were one of my goal guests. Yeah. Like right away. I was like,
we're here.
Yeah, I feel like you embody what Down to a T is all about versus
you.
being someone beyond the labels. And I feel like you were that very early on in your career. And I was like, if someone's going to get it, it's her. So I need to have her on.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm very sad that you left us, but I'm honored to be on while you're here.
Yes. Okay, so we do the starting 5 questions.
Okay.
Icebreaker questions.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. What is the most Texas thing about you?
The way that I talk when I'm excited. So I'm very good at even right now, making it not so country, but it will come out. You guys will see.
Yeah.
At some point, when I get passionate, I sound really, really country.
Yeah.
Really country.
Yeah. And I feel like this is where we're gonna get it.
Yeah.
What is it about Benihana that you love?
Everything. The day that it was created, the person that created it, the Benihana fried rice with extra garlic butter, but you have to get the garlic butter put in the little decanter, and they need to put it on the grill so that it melts down, and then you pour it over your rice and you pour it over everything. Benihana, I will die on this hill, is the best chain restaurant to ever exist. It is the best. And I remember when I was a kid, I used to think it was so expensive, and it's not cheap. But in hindsight, when you realize now, you get 4 courses.
Yeah.
Now, thank God, I make a little money. When I go, I get the seafood delight. It comes with scallop, shrimp, and lobster because I can afford it. God has been good. Amen. But I use 4 courses with lobster for $70.
It's a good deal.
The Benihana Mai Tai is also very delicious.
So would you say someone called Benihana hibachi?
It is not. Benihana is Benihana. Hibachi is not Benihana. They taste different. The vibe is different. Absolutely not. That's disrespectful, and it's reductive to Benihana. No.
I just want to make it very clear.
It is hibachi style, perhaps. It is not hibachi.
I have to say that I have a producer, Tulio, shout out, who helps me put together questions. He put that in, and I was like,
how does he know that?
Shout out to Tulio.
Do I talk? No, that's a journalist. I don't know how they know that, but yes.
I was like, I'm not even gonna take credit for that. He put that in there.
I love Benihana.
I was like, am I reading that correctly?
For my 30th birthday, if I would have had more time, I just didn't. I wanted to rent out the Benihana in Midtown. I wanted to rent it out, have everybody come, full open bar, and just at each thing something else being made, and people go around and eat. I wanted to bring a DJ in. That was gonna take too much, and
they need to partner with you.
But they should partner with me. I hope they see this.
What's a movie that you can quote start to finish?
Bringing Down the House.
Okay.
Queen Latifah and Steve Martin. Yeah. It is the funniest, and now it is so politically incorrect. There could not be a movie like that now. The things that Betty White was saying about Black people was just outrageous. But it is so, there's tons of movies that we couldn't have now. White chicks couldn't exist now.
It's shows too, like The Office.
The Office couldn't exist now. It was so politically incorrect, but I can recite it word for word, bar for bar.
Okay. What does an off day look like for Blake Newby?
A lot of bed rotting. I think you can relate to this. Our career requires not just a lot of us mentally, but a lot of us physically and emotionally and all those things. So because our job requires us to have to get up and be in full glam and interact with a bunch of people all the time. Yeah. My off days really look like doing nothing at all.
Oh, that's me. My off days are rotting on a couch, watching trash TV, or something I've seen already 55 times.
Over and over again, and Uber Eats.
Yeah. What has been your favorite concert that you've ever been to?
Favorite concert I've ever been to? I was just having this conversation. You know, I went to actually this weekend the Mariah Carey residency, the last day of her residency in Vegas.
Oh.
I went on Saturday. She's a star. She's an icon. She was fantastic. My first concert ever, though, I was just talking about this with somebody, was NSYNC.
Yeah.
And I was 7 or 8. Yeah. The No Strings Attached tour. I don't remember it much.
We have someone else that just...
I know it was iconic.
We just recorded with someone, and they just said that their first concert was NSYNC too. And I was like, I've never been to an NSYNC concert.
You know, they're allegedly going on tour. We got to figure out what brand is taking us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see. I don't know. I feel like they were teasing a lot, but...
I know. But they get along.
Yeah.
Which is more than you can say for a lot of these groups that have disbanded. So maybe.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Okay, so we now need to get to know Blake off of camera, off of work.
Okay.
If I got to hang out with you for a weekend, what does that weekend look like? Where are you taking me? You don't have anything to do for work.
There's a lot of food involved.
Okay.
I love food. If you couldn't tell by the Benihana entire tangent I just went on.
Yes.
I love food.
Okay.
I think food has always been, and you can relate to this, like as women of color, food it's more than just like us eating for sustenance. Like it's an experience. It always has been, from cooking, with our mothers, our grandmothers, to the love that goes into food. I'm very, very particular about just food, just making sure that I surround myself with good food. It will be a lot of reality TV.
Wow, this sounds like a dream weekend for me.
It's a lot of reality TV.
Let's hang out.
And a lot of scripted. I'm so into, there's such good scripted TV out right now. Like I'm obsessed with Paradise right now.
I have not seen that or heard of it yet.
Must.
Okay.
It's the Sterling K. Brown.
Oh, yes.
One. And what's his face? I'm blanking on his name, plays the president. We love him. He's in everything. It's a lot of TV. It's just a lot of me and my friends, whenever they come to see me, it's like we yap a lot.
Yeah.
We talk about everything. I think especially now there's a lot to talk about.
So much.
There's so much to talk about. There's no shortage of topics.
Yes.
So yes, food, TV, and yap.
Yeah. And now that you're saying there's a lot to talk about, what's something that's consuming you at this very moment?
Positive or negative?
Both.
So I've been doom scrolling since January, what day was that? 13th, 15th, whatever day inauguration was.
20th.
20th. I've been feeling, I just had this, I was on a podcast earlier today and I was telling them I feel like I've just been existing.
Yeah.
Not living.
That's what 2025 feels like.
I just feel like I'm just on existing, and I feel like my nervous system is in constant fear of what notifications can pop up next. Yeah. So that has been that has consumed me. What else has consumed me? Good TV. Yeah. It's a good break. Like good TV has really been good TV. So Real Housewives of Salt Lake City has consumed me.
I need to get on the Real Housewives bandwagon.
You must.
Yes. I've been slacking.
You must.
And Salt Lake City, everyone keeps saying that's like
well, because the thing is Real Housewives is going through a big shift. And
I heard the new New York is not it.
Right. And so it's hard to get, and it's not because the women aren't interesting. It's because the heyday of Real Housewives, the women didn't care about how they were perceived. Now all of us care about how we're perceived.
Yes.
So it was a lot more unhinged. It can't be that unhinged. It was a lot more acceptable for outrageous displays of wealth. People don't want to see that right now. Look at what's happening with Poppy.
Exactly.
Like, people don't want to see that. You should do it. They just asked me to be on a franchise on Saturday. I told them no. I'll tell you which franchise, but I got asked to be on a franchise on Saturday.
Oh, I can't wait to hear more about that.
Yeah. I do want to be on TV, but I'm like, I want to host. Like, I keep getting these asks.
You don't want that entry.
No, I keep being asked to be, and I feel like on the right franchise, I would do it. This franchise, I'm just not into. So yeah.
Are there any habits or routines you've picked on recently that you're like obsessed with?
Wood rolling.
Wood rolling? What is that?
So like wood therapy?
Yeah.
You can, the girls on TikTok do it at home.
Oh.
I do it every day.
By yourself?
For 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yes. And it's so good for, girls like me, I retain a lot of water weight. So it's really good for lymphatic drainage.
For a second, I thought you were saying like wood rowing.
Well,
And I was like, oh, are you like rowing?
well,
Like,
rowing is a fantastic
yes,
exercise.
it's a great
I have
workout.
not picked that up.
And I thought there was like a wood version
That is
maybe.
no wood rolling, and I love it. That's been really great. That's the only like new habit that it like has been a show called. I do it religiously, and have for like the past month and a half.
Wow, love that. How many times? Wait, how many times you're doing it?
Every day, just once a day after the shower.
Okay.
Put on like my body oil because your body needs to be. You know, you don't want the wood just on dry skin. You do the oil. It's fantastic. I do like my midsection, my thighs, my back.
Amazing. Oh, we'll have to try that. Look at that.
I love it.
Yeah, because I get caught up in the videos where people are doing like lymphatic drainage and like.
Yes. It's great for lymphatic drainage. I mean, it doesn't substitute a good 60-minute with a professional, but it's great maintenance because I do like a monthly, bi-monthly lymphatic.
I love to hear that. Everyone wants to hear something you can do in between.
You can do in between. Yeah. We have to maintain it. Like you can't just, especially like I said, like we live jobs that require us to fly a lot, that require us to sometimes drink more than average, you know, or eat more than average. So it's important to, Oh, my Oura ring.
Wait, sell me on the Oura ring.
And the Oura ring. This now runs my life.
Okay.
It is.
I've been
so good.
You're gonna convince me to do so many things in this
so
one episode.
Good.
Because Oura ring is something I'm also on like.
You like, just ask they'll send it to you. You don't need to, they sent it to me. You'll get, literally just, I'll send you who to send, who to ask for.
Wow, guys.
Just have that, because we all got it at the, okay, never mind. I can't say where we got it. But yeah, I'll tell you who to email.
Okay, because I've been like, do I want it? Do I need it?
It runs my life.
And someone was showing me their like platform the other day, and it was just like telling them that they were getting sick. And I was like, oh.
It shows, well, funny that you say that. Mine was showing like major signs of stress on the body, and it's because I was in Vegas and I wasn't sleeping. So it's like it will tell you when your body is like, if you don't readjust, you could get sick.
Wow.
I know a lot of people when it says like major signs, they'll wake up the next morning sick.
That's crazy.
It can read it in your body. It's crazy.
You've sold me.
I love it.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't just say, the Apple Watch says your sleep stats.
It just tells you to get up. It's just an annoying alert to just
It does
get up.
do that. This will, now granted, the Oura ring will hit your phone like, hey, stretch your legs a bit. That's what they love to say, stretch your legs a bit. But it does your sleep score and your readiness score, because just because you got good sleep doesn't mean that your readiness throughout the day is
So it's like
optimal.
a battery of like,
it
like,
is,
iPhone battery, like it's for you.
Everything. And it tracks menstrual cycles, ovulation. Like it is, it's fab.
Sponsor the episode, by the way, Oura ring.
Right. I forgot. Yeah, this is like a really big ad here. Benihana and Oura ring.
Benihana and Oura ring.
Like,
we gotta send them this
goodness,
episode before
right?
publishing.
It needs to sell.
So, are you better rotting to disconnect? Like, is that what you do if you need to disconnect, or is there anything else that you do when Blake is like overwhelmed?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not great at disconnecting.
Okay, I love to hear
so
that.
much of our world lives in connection. So it has been something that I've had to really do, especially like I said, I'm doom scrolling all the time. And everybody's like, you have to stop. Like there was a point, even at the brand trip we were just at, I had a breakdown every single day.
Really?
I was in hysterics every single day.
Wow. And there was a lot happening.
It's a lot happening, and it's just overwhelming. And I'm like, yes, I'm a Sag, but I am such an empath. So it's like, I might not emote a lot, but I feel a lot. So it's just been so much happening in the body. So decompressing, I need to get better at it. Like I don't think I have a routine worth sharing because it's not great.
Yeah. But I love that you share that, because I feel like if someone saw you on social media, like you just ooze like, oh, she got it together. And like
telling y'all. It's like what's so funny, because it's like my friends are always like, if y'all could see, when my friends FaceTime me, they're like, are you good?
Are you okay?
Like the bonnet is like askew. I'm like, I have like zit stuff all over my face. Like, and I want to say this because I think social media, I want to be delicate with how I say this. There's this surge of creators and content around glow up, get your life together. This is how you get it together in 7 days. None of that is true or real.
Yep.
You can't manifest your way around real life shit that's happening. You can't manifest or eye mask your way out of doing the work. And so that's why I stopped chasing balance that these people try to sell. Because now my goal is to just have a toolkit diverse enough to adjust for whatever my life needs at the time.
Mm-hmm.
We live lives that require different things from us at different points in time.
Yep.
My life will be like 2 weeks of dead silence, and then I will have 3 months of never being home, never seeing, like, I can't face mask and affirmation myself into peace.
Mm-hmm.
Nor can any of us. You know, I can't. So yeah. So that is that's how I don't let people tell you that you can that your problems are going to be solved with a good face mask, writing manifestations down, and a matcha latte every morning. And Pilates. It doesn't, and I do all of those things.
Mm-hmm.
Other things are required.
Yeah.
Other things are required.
And everything requires such a different care. Like,
Yes.
it's like you can't expect one thing to solve all your problems. Like you
No.
going on this diet or like you doing this, again, Pilates is not going to solve all of your problems.
No.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I think it's predatory content. That's what me and my friends have been having conversations about. It's very predatory. Because I think now more than ever, people are in very vulnerable positions.
Yes.
So they are more willing to listen if you tell them that you can fix all of their problems in 2 weeks.
I've fallen victim to that where someone's telling me, oh, you do this.
Who hasn't?
Or
But I think because I'm around it all the time now, it's demystified to me. So I'm like, it's not real.
Yeah. And you have, we mentioned at the start of the podcast, you wear so many different hats.
Yeah.
Where do you feel like more of your cup is being poured into right now?
Hosting. So I think it's always changed.
Yeah.
You know, when you met me,
Yes.
I was a freelancer.
Mm-hmm.
I was a freelance writer. So at the time, I was just I didn't have a plan. I was just kind of like, it's working. I love it. People are reading my stories. Then I became a beauty and fashion director. That, you know, that completely changes. You're pouring all of that into that. When I left editorial, I was pouring into, we have to build the social media platforms. We have to grow the platforms more. But my dream has always been to be a TV host. And I feel like now I'm finally really planting seeds that can make that happen this year. So I feel like most of what I'm pouring my cup into is yapping more in more places. That's why I'm like, yes, please bring me on. And all the excuses to continue to yap. Yeah.
What do you feel like, talking about yapping, your podcast, according to Blake, what do you feel is what the vibe or distinct vibe that brings?
I think that it's for well-rounded people, not just women, not just, now, yes, it does focus around, I would say, more content that would be more appealing to women, to the queer community. But it's just for well-rounded people. I have an episode for everything.
Yeah.
I have an episode with an OBGYN, a male OBGYN, who that clip went viral because people were like, what? Like, talking about things that we did not know the female body could do. I've had motivational speakers. I've had models. I've had fertility experts. You know, this season we're having dating experts. Like, it's just for people who just, I was having this conversation recently and I was like, I'm somebody that can talk about a lot of things.
Yeah.
I know a lot about a lot of things. And I think that the podcast is for people who like knowing a lot about a lot of things. Yeah. And talking about it.
Yeah. And that exists because that's me.
And that's like, I don't have, like, I couldn't say that it's beauty focused. I couldn't say it's fashion focused. I couldn't say it's lifestyle focused. It's focused on life. Things that I feel I want to talk about at that given moment.
So I have to know from you, what is a pop culture moment that you are like, this is, I'm hooked on it?
I don't know if I should say this. Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni has me in a chokehold.
It's been months too.
It won't.
It won't end.
They got on SNL. He made a comment about it again. It won't end. And it's so interesting because, and I'm sure, I feel like women are going through moral dilemmas because I'm such a like, believe women.
Yes.
And I'm like, but I don't believe you.
Wait, I was saying this. I was like, I don't want to say I don't believe her, but I'm not saying I don't believe her.
But then I'm also not saying that Justin is a good person.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that I think maybe she out bad personed him in this situation. Like it is, and then it's like, actually, maybe the entire villain in all of this is Ryan Reynolds. Like maybe we have focused our attention in the wrong places. I think that this situation is going to really shift the time. Like Justin and Blake are so integral to just Hollywood in general. I think this is really going to be like a...
Oh, I think it's going to shake shit up for sure. I think it's going to shake up everything from pre-production.
Everybody wanted them.
Yes.
It's going to change the way, the things that people allow from actors and actresses. Like you said, she wanted all of the, what do they call them? All of the footage.
She wanted all of the footage, all the controls. She wanted to see everything.
These will be things that will be put in writing. Like, it's going to shift things. And it'd be interesting in a year, not even a year, let's say 3 to 5 years, I'd love to see if we even speak of Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds again.
That's the thing. I'm like, where do we go with them?
I don't, and nobody found the SNL thing endearing. Like they tried to poke fun at it and everybody was like, so if this is so serious, like you say, nobody would ever poke fun at my allegation. You know what I'm saying? Like I would hope my husband would never poke fun at anything
that I'm like
where I felt harassed or disrespected.
Yeah, and then showing up with like I don't know, like
it's all very smug and weird.
Yeah, it's all the whole thing is weird.
That's the thing, though. I'm not team any.
I'm there with you before
because I'm 100% of the belief
we're
Justin
not
might
girls.
be a piece of POS too. But like, I don't know what to believe.
I'm just like, this trial is gonna be if it gets to trial, but I feel like it will. Because I don't. You don't think so? Okay.
I think they're gonna drop it.
Okay.
Well, maybe. You know what? It's taking more twists and turns.
I wish I knew what their signs were. I should have. Has anyone looked into that?
Ryan is giving Gemini. He's joining the long list.
I'm like,
of
they both seem
Gemini
like they're
men.
down to like out petty each other. Like, we'll take this down to like, I don't care what this does to me. I'm down to like take you. That's what the energy I'm
ego.
getting.
It's all ego. Yeah. This is going to be interesting to see. But yeah.
But I feel like, again, not because I'm team him, I feel like Justin has a lot more to lose than Blake.
And he's not backing down.
We'll just have to stay
We'll do
tuned.
Another episode in 3 years.
Yes, we'll do another.
And we'll let you know.
We'll do live updates during the trial. Live podcast episodes.
Oh my God, yes. Do you know Megan Cuniff?
I do not.
Megan with the bob. She's the big Hollywood news trial reporter.
Yes. With
the bob. She got famous because she covered the Megan Thee Stallion case bit by bit. I'm like, she has to be in there.
Yes.
She's been covering the ASAP one bit by bit.
Yeah.
She has to be in that courtroom.
Well, she will be.
I need the play-by-play from Miss Bob.
Yeah. We also need you. We can have you doing it too.
You know.
You said you were
the
trying
thing
to be.
about Megan, though, is Megan is truly a unbiased reporter.
Yeah.
I'd be in there. They'd be like, Blake, this did not happen. Blake put her on. Blake, that did not happen. I think that's,
As the facts come out, Blake's just losing.
They'd be like, Blake Newby is a liar. And I'm like, no, I'm not a liar. I simply said that he looked smug. That was an opinion. You know, like Megan is truly like
She's giving you the facts.
She's a true journalist. I love her.
I love that. Okay, so with all that, you talked about like being so, overwhelmed sometimes with everything that you're doing. So how do you balance? Because I see you have a really beautiful community. I see it on your socials. Like you have such an amazing group of friends that you often post. Like how is balancing all of that?
It's rough. I mean, it's interesting because for 30, they all flew into town. And almost the vast majority of my friends have no proximity to this industry whatsoever. They've been my friends for 15 years. And I don't always, the thing is, I've had to get better too. And this is the thing about balance. I've been good and then I just don't have anything to give. It's like when you're pouring from an empty cup, it gets hard. And that's why for 30, I actually thanked them. I was like, I'm always a good friend.
Yeah.
But I can be an absent friend at times because when you are in an industry where you pour and have to find something to pour, even if you don't have anything to pour, sometimes it is exhausting. So I told myself that every Monday is my lightest day. There's usually no brand events on Monday.
Yeah.
Mondays are my lightest day. 2 people get FaceTime calls every single Monday. It doesn't matter.
I love that.
So that we don't, but they are, I told them this, there is no me without them. Like the family that I have from my mom, my dad, my sister to my friends is the most fantastic I'm not gonna cry. I've been crying a lot, so I'm actually don't have tears, but I would cry if I
Yeah.
still had some.
We welcome
if I
it.
had
If it happens,
if I had
yes.
a tear reserve
Yeah.
right now, I would be crying.
Yeah.
It is so fantastic to love and be loved. And I've had this conversation on my podcast because I make it no secret that I'm single.
Mm-hmm.
But I think one of the reasons that I haven't I don't spiral and I'm just kind of like, yeah, it's gonna happen when it happens, is because I don't lack love in any regard. Love surrounds me like it truly is in everybody that pours into me. And so yeah, I couldn't do this without them. And two, they keep me very grounded.
Yeah.
If ever I'm nobody keeps you grounded like a mother.
Oh.
Nobody keeps you grounded like a Black mother. And so my mom is always I'm like, oh my God, look. She's like, that's cute, but that's wrinkled. I'll be like, look how cute I look. She's like, that's very wrinkled. You don't believe in an iron? And that's very important because it's like they'll tell me when they're so excited and so happy for me, but they'll also tell me when they're like, you're doing too much, or I don't really agree with that take. I'll say my mom's favorite thing is please stop cursing on the podcast. You curse too much.
My mom says the
she's
same
like, you
thing.
curse too much. You curse like a sailor. I'm like,
My mom says it doesn't sound
do
right
I
coming
get it
from my
from?
mouth.
Oh,
She's like, it doesn't sound right coming from you.
did she say that you're bad at cursing? I think it's
Maybe.
such a compliment when people on TikTok are talking to somebody and they're like, you curse so well. They don't say that to me, but they'll comment that to people.
I
and
probably
I'm
wouldn't get that. I probably am
I'm
about
do
to curse.
people look at me and think well, Blake curses so well?
I would think so. I think you curse well.
I'm Southern, so I feel like once the accent really comes out, it probably is given
I think you curse confident into it. My
I
thing
do
is
curse
My thing
confident.
is I don't curse confidently. You can tell I'm a little hesitant when I cough. I
you have to
cough,
say
curse.
it. You have to say it.
Yeah.
You got to mean it.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. There's a little hesitancy, so it's not. That's probably why my mom says it
I
doesn't
feel like
sound
the
right.
only word that maybe I'll take a second is MF, or because that F has to come through strong.
You gotta do
it
it
really
correct.
has to land. Everything else, bitch rolls off of my tongue, so effortlessly.
Yeah.
All
What's
the other
crazy
ones
that
kind of
doesn't roll
do.
off my tongue. What do I say? I say shit a lot.
I do enjoy shit.
Yeah. Yo, shit.
I enjoy shit.
You are the shit. Oh, shit. That.
Yeah, it's easy.
There's
It's
so many
easy.
ways you can use it. Yeah.
Shit. I do think shit and bitch get the most play
YouTube just
in my
flagging
rotation.
Every,
They're like,
all,
what's-
at this
No,
point,
I thought it was only at 13. What is it? After I think it's the first.
Yeah. We missed that mark, so we're good.
We're good. We
Yeah.
didn't curse before that time.
But somebody at YouTube behind the scenes is wait.
Wow. They're they're just letting them fly. Yeah. So I will say how I do know that I'm getting a little too New York.
Oh, I love this.
Is see you next Tuesday. I say that a lot. And my mom and dad are like, oh my God. I'm like, I can't stand her. And they're like, that rolls off the tongue pretty easy too. But it's a lot of see you next Tuesdays in the world.
That
these
is
days.
very New York of
So
you.
it's a lot of see you next Tuesdays.
I actually have, I think I count on one hand how many times I've said see you next Tuesday.
I love it. It has a little oomph to it.
It's that one hurts.
You have to put some elbow grease into it.
Yeah.
Because that NT,
I don't think I'm confident enough for that.
that NT sound is hard to execute in general. So to really say it, you have to fully commit.
Yeah. So that's not for me because I'm clearly
How many words do we know that has NT, unt. It takes, it takes a commitment.
It does.
A T is not naturally supposed to come after an N.
Wow.
And usually if it's can't, then it has the, but can't and don't land the same. I think it's lovely. I love
Is this
the
our
word.
campaign for see you next Tuesday?
This is, I think everybody should start saying see you next
So
Tuesday.
in
Everybody
20
gets so shocked
Yeah.
on Real Housewives, if you ever watch, when one of them calls the other a see you next Tuesday, it's like,
Well, I
I'm
would
like,
think
oh,
so. If somebody called me that, I would be like, oh, we're going there.
Well, I will
I
say-
feel like those are fighting words.
if I say that though, I mean it. They're
Yeah.
very, I'm not just landed, but again, a lot of people these days are proving themselves to be see you next Tuesday. So it's just a lot of people who I think are deserving of such, not just in my day-to-day life, but some people. We're in a rocky industry. It's some see you next Tuesdays that we
there
work
are
with.
in editorial, in
Yeah.
content creation, all these, everything
of
we're
them.
in, everything we're in.
It's
There's
a lot
a
of
bunch of
oonts,
scenes.
oonts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there is. I think this is a campaign to start using the word. We should.
I think everybody should kind of
right now in this moment. If you're listening,
say it.
say it.
Say it out loud.
Say it out loud.
Just say
it
it.
once. So would you say See You Next Tuesday is your favorite at the moment?
It is. It has that razzle dazzle that really gets me going.
Yeah, it reminds me of that audio TikTok. What's your favorite? Do you cuss?
Oh yeah. I mean, sometimes. No, it ain't sometimes for me.
So what do you feel is the most misunderstood thing about you?
That I'm an extrovert. And I think that
you
that
said
is,
you're a Sag. I'm a Sag too.
I'm a Sag.
Yes.
And so I am an extrovert until I had to be for work.
Yeah.
And now I am an extroverted introvert.
I think that is the perfect description. I'm going to steal that from you.
I'm not, please.
Yeah.
I'm not an extrovert anymore.
Yeah.
I actually love being in the house. I love being alone.
Yes.
But I can't.
Yeah.
And again, it just like going back to the point that I made earlier, when you have to do it, it's not as fun. It's the same thing with like social media. Like I used to love posting. Now it's like I have to post. I get anxious about posting. If I'm not posting, I'm like, what are we gonna post next? You know? So it can get that is I'm not as extroverted as people think I am, which is probably why. Oh, and another misconception, because everybody's like, you go to every event. Most events that y'all see that I post from, I'm there for 10 to 15 minutes.
Wow. Wait, how are you Irish exiting?
Oh, I just leave. I'm
leave.
Irish exit queen.
You're the Irish exit queen.
I don't say, you cannot say bye.
Not even one person.
If it's like Asia,
Yeah.
you know, like or Asia or Scott, and I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna go, because I know that they know me.
Yeah.
But I'm 100% the friend. People are like, where's Blake? And then they'll look in my little, because everybody has my location.
We were just on a brand
moving.
trip, and I had that same question. I was like, where did Blake go? Because I hadn't seen her in a while.
I have to leave.
Yeah.
I also just think I'm in a different place in my life with what I want.
Yeah.
Out of this life. And like, I know that people say it all the time. They're like, you know, oh, I want to start a family. But I actually think that the rhythm that I want in life actually desires and could foster a family.
Yeah.
You know?
Wait, but you're in the suburbs now.
I am that's what I'm saying.
You're a suburb queen now.
I'm in the burbs.
What made you make that decision?
So I had kept saying, when I get married, I'm going to go to the suburbs. And my mental health had just started to get really taxed. I had approached 8 years in New York, in the city. I was living in the Lower East Side, so I'm surrounded by 20 and 21-year-olds. Like, I'm in the heart of the Lower East Side.
That's legitimately my 22-year-old cousin lives in the Lower East Side.
No,
right now.
I was a 5-minute walk to Verlaine. Like, it was too much going on. Yeah. And my mental health was taxed out, and I was like, look, I have to change something, because I've been going at this pace that, again, you got to know your body at different points in time, yourself. I couldn't keep up with this and be healthy anymore. Not mentally, at least. Yeah. But it was impacting my physical health. And like, because the bed rotting was getting worse. It wasn't just on off days. It was like, I didn't want to get out the bed. It was bad. And I had always dreamt of moving to the city that I was going to move in, but I said I was going to do it with a husband and kids. And then I was like, you don't need to wait to have a man to do the things that you want to do. And so I moved in August. I love it. I'm obsessed. The pace is fantastic. I have no complaints.
I love that for you.
And it's silent. You know, when you get to go home and it is dead silent, that's a different feeling. And the space. I mean, I have a backyard. I have a basement.
Well, that's why I moved. I need space.
Like, you need space. Yeah. Now you really moved. I said the burbs and you said I'll do you one better. I'm just gonna go.
Yeah, just gonna go down south.
I'm just gonna jump states. Yeah.
we got the cue to stop yapping.
I know. Oh
no,
they told us we're talking.
Because Blake looked back. She's like, "Wait, why are you behind
me?" Happening? She said, "Please."
Okay, fast forward a few years. Not that we need a whole roadmap, but where do you see yourself?
I really would love to. So it's changed. If you asked me even 6 months ago, I would have told you that I wanted to be hosting all of the biggest dating shows, which I do.
No.
But that was my end goal. I really do want to. I used to think it was so cliche when people would tell me, oh, so you're going to be like the next Oprah. I used to hate it. Not because people I adore Oprah.
That. Yeah.
I adore Oprah. Yeah. I love Oprah. Like, I think she is a businesswoman extraordinaire, all those things. But I wanted something sexier. And I think, again, when you want the pace of your life to change, I would love to be on a daytime TV show, whether I host it or I'm on it, every single day, 5 days a week, consistent, and go back to the burbs. Like that is really what I want to do. Be seen on TV every single day. Go back to the burbs. They need to bring the reel back.
Ooh, yes. Wait.
And they need to put me on it.
Well, I could be the Adrienne Bailon.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hire us.
They
start
need
it.
to bring it back.
Yes.
The reason that the show didn't last is because the women couldn't stand each other.
Yeah.
We need to get women on there who are so business minded that are like, I could hate you. We have to go out and do a job.
Things, yeah.
And then we'll come back, and that's what I want to do. Every single day, 5 days a week. It's consistent. You get there in the morning, you leave in the afternoon. I can be home.
I love that.
To make sure I can be home for school pickup.
Yeah.
Like I could, do all of those things. I could make dinner for my family and wake up and do it again.
Wait, yes. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I love this. Let's manifest that right
Yeah,
now.
we're gonna manifest
Yes.
that. Yes. And if I'm hosting my own,
Yeah.
even better. But I as you can see here,
Yeah.
I love feeding off of energies.
Yes.
So it's like I would love to talk with other like-minded women or not like-minded women.
Yeah. Well, I hope I gave you good energy today.
Oh, yes. That's why that's why we're being told that we're talking too much.
We're like, Blake
like,
Lively,
all
Baldoni.
right, all right.
Burbs.
He's like, okay.
So where can everyone follow you?
Everybody can follow me on my Instagram is Blake Lauren, LAWREN. My TikTok is Blake Newby, NEWBY_. And then we are on Instagram and TikTok according to Blake Pod. And yeah, you guys will see me on the small screen this year, very soon, doing scripted, which was not what I had expected. You guys will see me on a very popular TV show soon. But I really want to do the unscripted. So hopefully you guys see me small screen, more TV, unscripted.
I love, oh my God, wait, this is exciting.
I'll tell you once
yes.
it's yes.
Harshi's dropping this right at the end.
I was going to drop it.
She's just mic dropping. Well, thank you so much, Blake, for being here.
I had a blast.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you for making this reality for me and having you on the pod. I so appreciate it.
You got to come on mine whenever you come whenever you choose to come to weather this weather again.
Yeah, I'll be back soon, so we'll do it for sure. Okay. We'll do a little crossover.
And you better bring your mom's crystals.
I can't forget. I forgot my mom's crystals,
Don't
guys.
come back without the crystals. Don't come back without the crystals.
Well, thank you so much. And thank you everyone for tuning in. So excited. See you for the next episode.